Hello everyone, hope you're well. It's really taking a lot to get used to be doing this in front of a massive light. It's quite off-putting, but I mentioned a couple of weeks back that I'd been answering some questions from my boss at work, that he's being featured in this top important people for the IT channel industry, blah blah blah, and they just ask these generic questions to go in this magazine, and when you read through it, it's just like different people from different companies are in there. And I thought that'd be a fun vlog, just answering them, because a lot of them fit anyone. Some of them ask about the IT channel, but I can adapt them to just talk about my YouTube channel. So it fits, just bear with me. But question one, dream career as a child. I was thinking about this all the way home, and I thought today's the day I'm gonna do this video. And actually, I'm terrible. I've never had a strategy in my entire life. I've never known what I was gonna be or what I wanted to be. I had the misfortune of every single time they had a careers day at school, they talked about jobs, aspirations, things you wanted to do. I wasn't in. I had that day off sick or something, so I never ever got career guidance and advice from school, and then just spent my life assuming I'd figure it out. I think the closest I ever came was I wanted to make games. My dad got me the Games Factory for Christmas one year. I always used to make games on that. I used to make games on loads of different things. I had RPG Maker. I used to try and program. I obviously then went to university and planned to do the game making module on the course, and they cancelled it in our year 2, which we were all gutted about. We learned databases instead. Obviously, I do a gaming podcast. I'm into gaming. I've said I want to try and find something to write. I've been looking. It's not really happened. I do think that's probably the part I'd be better at and I'd enjoy more, writing the story to a game. Although I can program, and I did make one for my dissertation at uni. So I kind of can cross that off, but that was the plan. I never obviously got round to doing it properly. I never had a strategy. I never thought if I learn this, and this, and I go and do that, and I go and do that, I'll get it. I basically just bumbled along, as I always do, and that's why I work in cybersecurity sales, because I never planned anything. So boo-hoo. I've been trying to talk to Claire about strategy and planning out what we want to do and stuff, about all sorts of things, not about life, but just we don't even plan like our shopping a week ahead. We just get it the night before, and it's all a bit flying by the seat of our pants, which I think you've probably learned by now is how we roll. Number 2 on here, personal highlight of 2019. I thought long and hard about what my highlights would be. And my boss didn't put this, even though he's equally as much of a fan as I am. But I realised the biggest rush I got all year was the moment that Spurs came back from being like 2-0 down or whatever it was, basically scoring 3 goals in the space of a few minutes, getting us into the Champions League final. We didn't win, and I do find it really cringeworthy that a lot of Tottenham fans have released like books and stuff about how it was like the greatest thing ever, and I sound a little bit cringy saying that, but I didn't think we would ever get to that point, and it was pretty insane to see Tottenham get to a Champions League final. It's a shame we lost it. We absolutely threw it away. A better team thrashed us, but I lost my voice, as you saw in the video afterwards. The kids thought it was amazing. It was a moment shared with them. I can't replicate the pure joy I felt. You don't always get that. Even like when I went to Disney with the kids, and it was really fun, and I got moments there, I was like, oh, fantastic. I don't know, this was just, I leapt up, I roared so loudly, my voice popped, it was so good. And I can't believe that my boss didn't put that. He talked about something else that had happened at work or whatever, but we'll never see that happen again. That's literally as good as it gets, which is terrible as a Spurs fan to recognise that, but we're never going to be that good again, as proven by now, but that's definitely a highlight. Number 3, which famous person would you like to give a gentle slap to, and why? That's a hard question, because I wouldn't want to be all political. I think Pierce is an obvious answer, because I did do a video about how much of an annoyance he is to my life. I'd quite like to get famous enough to just slap myself, because I can't believe how famous I am, or to just give Kev a good hard slap, but I don't know if he's considered famous enough. He obviously is in the circles that I associate in, but I don't know, it'd be quite fun to give him a gentle slap. But I'd prefer the answer of just slapping myself and going, oh my God, I'm so famous, I can't believe it. What item would I grab out of my house if it was on fire? My family are already safe outside the door. My original answer to this was that I'd probably have to, this is terrible, grab some consoles because of the saved games on them. And then I thought to myself, if I just set up cloud saving on my Switch and on my everything else, I don't know if it's even possible on the Switch. If I set up cloud saving, I'd be sorted. I wouldn't even have to stop. I honestly can't think of anything else in the house that I'd be particularly bothered by. Like, everything else is cloud stored. Everything on my phone, my iPad, all of that is just cloud stored. I'd already have my phone on me, to be honest, let's face it. I wouldn't even think that'd be like, grab it, get the kids out the door. I honestly couldn't think of a better answer. Like, I don't care about any of the stuff melting in the fire. It's all insured. There's nothing really. We don't have wedding photos. We never bothered buying a wedding album in the end. People just kind of took pictures. We have them on Facebook. That'll do. Yeah, I look at her every day. She looks at me. It'll be fine. We've got a couple of pictures around the house, but again, they're all backed up. It's kind of it's a weird one. I'm not very sentimental. We don't have lots of little things from when the kids were little that they made or owned or whatever. They tended to lose all of the things. They had like a bear that Emily was obsessed with when she was little and a dog called Diddy. And we lost Diddy when we moved house. We were outraged, so we got her Teddo, I think it was called, something like that. And then Teddo got a hole in him and I don't know where he is now. But yeah, there's nothing really sentimental. The only reason I said the games consoles is because I just don't want to lose 30, 40, 50 hours worth of progress in the things that I'm playing. But even then I'm kind of like, meh, I'll just start again. It's definitely a hard one. I'm assuming the dog would be safe because she's part of the family. We don't have any other pets anymore. So, I don't know. Like, the beer? I don't know. I don't even think I'd save that. I'd probably just walk out, watch it burn and go, woohoo, insurance claim. That'd be quite fun. Imagine, I mean, that wouldn't be. It'd be absolutely terrible. I'm not making light of the fact that there's a house fire. But it's just, I don't know. I'd kind of welcome the fact that I'd have to buy a new wardrobe of clothes because all my clothes are kind of old and getting worn out and stuff. I just don't think there's anything I'd particularly be worried about. I'm sure if it happened, I'd be like, oh my God, I forgot about that. Even like the TV, it's got a little dot in the middle of it where Ben poked it with a pencil. So one of the pixels is bust because he just poked right into the screen. And now there's just one dot. And I'm thinking, yeah, let that burn. I'd just throw that into the fire. But yeah, that was a hard one. That's probably the hardest one because there's just not an answer. It says, which of my 2019 predictions came true? I don't remember making any predictions. I'm not the sort of person that does. I set ambitions. I said I'd finish my book and I haven't. So let's try and make that one, hopefully. I didn't predict Spurs would reach Champions League final, so I can't say that. I did predict that we'd capitulate and be rubbish this season, and so far so good, if you can call that good. Other than that, I don't really know. I'd like to say, when I was sat in a meeting in January and the school were telling us we'd never get an EHCP for Ollie, that I predicted we definitely would, and we did, so maybe that's a good one, but that's a bit of a stretch. What is the next one? What annoys me most about my commute? Oh, it's so monotonous is the thing. I've started listening to podcasts recently because I kind of got fed up of the same adverts being on Radio X every single day, just listening to the same annoying jokes and just and then I enjoyed the show in between, Chris Moyles and Toby Tarrant and all of that being fun, but I think I just got fed up one day, so now I listen to TED Talks, This American Life. I need suggestions for other stuff, but it annoys me when they're not out, because they're only out Mondays, so I listen to them Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm out of stuff to listen to for the rest of the week. Emily was mocking me earlier because I had Taylor Swift in my head, and I was listening to that on the way in. Apparently I'm not allowed to listen to pop music, because I normally listen to rock music, but yeah, I'm kind of sick of all my music as well, which is probably why I suddenly had Taylor Swift in my head, but I don't know, more podcasts would be good. I'm this close to listening to my own old podcasts because I don't remember any of them, and I just think it'd be entertaining to listen to them back and just remember nonsense I've said, but that seems a little bit too, I don't know, just it'd be like watching my own videos on here. If I could witness one past historical event, what would it be and why? I find that hard because I'd quite like to go back and see what happened at the beginning of time, so I can be like, boom, that's what happened, let's start making that fact and whatever. Moon landing would be interesting, but I guess I'd want to be up there rather than downstairs, I nearly said, down on Earth watching it. But then I also know I'm a coward, so the thought of me being on the moon seems a little bit stranded. I'm kind of more interested in going forward. Like, I want to see if Emily does become president of Mars. I want to see if we ever do live in a situation where you can go to Mars and back in a couple of days and have holidays there. I kind of want to see us meet aliens. That's probably my number one priority in terms of living as long as possible so that I can see the damn aliens. Where are those aliens at? That is definitely a priority. That's been a priority for me since I was like probably 5. So if I'm going back to that, what would I want to be when I'm older? Someone who knows what an alien looks like and has met an alien. I want to meet aliens, damn it. That's like probably one of the only, that's probably in the top 2 things that I want to do. But yeah, we'll see. How do I explain the channel to people? That was talking about the IT channel, which is a bit boring to talk about. How would I explain my channel to people? That's really hard as well, because someone asked me, what do you actually talk about? And I said, well, it was supposed to be just me talking about my cartoon life, my ridiculous farce of a life where stuff just goes wrong all the time and things happen. but it got derailed very, very, very quickly with me like 3 episodes in talking about the death of a pet, just doing little random chats about what was going on. Now it's just become about our family, you know, talking about Oliver's diagnosis process, talking about my nonsense. Someone asked me the other day what I would do if I could do anything at the moment, like realistically. I mean, completely unrealistically, I'd love to do like what Rhett and Link do, what Grace Helbig does, all people like that who do awesome videos where they're just doing challenges, events, shows, conversations. Here's us getting drunk while we cook dinner, whatever. They're all cool videos that they do. Realistically, I really want to get to the point where I'm making gaming videos because I game all the time anyway. I just don't have to set up to do it. So my plan is to at some point convert our garage, because it's the only space in the house that would be big enough to do it. The only alternative would be to somehow convince Claire to let me completely take over the kitchen, which is never going to happen. I don't think there's any other rooms in the house that would be viable unless we somehow like rearranged our room. I don't even think that would work. Made, I don't know, Ben and Ollie double up so I can have Ben's room. It's just not feasible. So I need to either convert my garage or just man up, tidy my garage and make it viable. But I don't see myself doing that either because it's just a mess in there and there's too much. I'd rather just empty it and permanently do away with it. So yeah, my channel at the moment is just me winging it until I figure out a more strategic purpose for it. But you know, you lot are watching, thank you very much for that. What else was there? What has been my favourite? It says partner conference, so this question was more about the big companies that we work with and we go around the world for them. And yeah, that's been quite cool. I went to Vienna, I went to Barcelona, I've been to London, I went to Headingley, I think it was Headingley. It was Saracens, where, I can't remember where they play. Twickenham, is it? I don't know. Somewhere like that, somewhere rugby, I think. I'm lost now. They had all sorts of famous sports people along the edge on the walls and stuff. I can't remember where it was, but it was cool because I got to see loads of sporty stuff that I can't even remember what sport it was. So yeah. But talking about more my sort of conferences, I really like going to the XL at the moment. That's probably my favourite right now. Historically, I always feel like if you're going to the NEC, you're going to a convention where they've kind of sold out. They're more interested in just churning people through. It's not going to be a great event. I don't think Birmingham NEC has ever really put on a proper satisfying event. We normally go there, wander around the event and go out to London, to Birmingham and have a mile around, and that's quite fun, but it's not great really. Whereas the XL is nice and central. You got the whole of London on your doorstep. Lots of cool stuff to do. Earls Court was great before they closed it down. We had our own little event. It wasn't very well attended, but we had an event in Nottingham for MGPX. I can't even remember the Mercure Hotel, but when we went outside in Nottingham was a cracking night out. We went out and did all sorts of cool stuff there. I'd love to go back there and do more things if I could. If there was a bigger venue there that proper events could go there, that'd be great. Event City in Manchester is quite fun, but again, it's more a case of hanging out with everyone and having a laugh, although the food there, that's probably not a good place to go. The food there was always a bit annoying. The arcade was fun. The event place was just a massive warehouse, which isn't great fun, really. What else? The last thing. Oh, what is the biggest challenge facing the channel in 2020? My channel in 2020. I don't really know what to think about. I mean, lots of things are changing. Kev mentioned on his videos recently that if you do videos about children, it gets like shut away and frowned upon and ruined. Like for him, it's demonetization. For me, it's the fact the algorithm will just kick me out of people's line of vision. It means that I won't be doing, I mean, I'm not exactly chasing the numbers or anything like that. Obviously, if I was, I wouldn't be doing stuff like this and feeling like, I don't know, it's entertaining to you watching, I hope, but it's not the sort of thing that's going to make some random who's never heard of me go, oh, Sheepdog, brilliant. And I need to get better at that. That's my biggest challenge. It's my biggest challenge for 2019. It's still going to be my biggest challenge in 2020. I need to figure out what will make people go, Sheepdog, eh? Click. And then how that will translate into 50 million people going, Sheepdog, eh? Click. And suddenly I'm changing my name to Sheepdog because I promised someone that I would if I got to 100k on subscribers. But I reckon the more I think about it, the more I'll figure it out. Obviously, I've been talking lots about ongoing problems around the house and stuff like that, and those things are all slowly but surely coming together and fixing themselves. So hopefully the big what should I do with my channel thing will fix itself in time. I keep talking to people like Kev about it. My friend Shelley always puts ideas across. I'm counting on my sister doing it, to be honest. Don't want to put pressure on her because she's going through her own stuff, but she's normally the one who just says, why don't you do this? And then it's the answer. She did it when I basically trained to be a nurse, when I went to uni, everything. I can't even think of other ones off the top of my head. She's basically done it every few years. She's just had an epiphany moment where she's just spat out an idea and I've gone ding, and I'm just waiting for her to do that again, really. But we'll see. She's taking a sweet time because this channel is, what, 18 months old now? That is all 12 questions, and that went a lot quicker than I thought it was going to be, but actually about the right length for a video, which is handy. If you've got any questions you'd like me to answer, just completely random ones, I'd like to save them up and do another video like this at some point in the future, if you think they're entertaining. If it just gets like 5 views and no one wants it and everyone hates it, then I won't do it again. Hope you're all well. Let me know how your week's going. It's, what, Tuesday now. Our week seems to be going all right, other than Claire being a bit under the weather. She's got a bit of a cold coming on. Emily's getting better and Claire's just catching it because she's feeling low, so we can't win. I've not caught it, but it's Friday coming up. I'm going down to London, so I fully expect, I'm glad I've got most of next week off, because I fully expect to be really ill Monday, Tuesday, sleep Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with the kids running around the house, and then be ready for another event of germs. I've got my big injection tomorrow, so I'm kind of also, I've been really sleepy all day, and I'm thinking that's going to wake me up, not only because it's painful, but because it will just give me that pep of the jab. So I'll probably be a bit tomorrow night after having that. I'm going to wrap up because I'm waffling a bit. Thanks very much for watching. Hope you're all well. Subscribe, like, comment and all that stuff. Let me know how you're finding the new lamp thing, because I feel like I'm just eviling you all, but my eyes are sort of getting used to it because it's all dark and black on this, but I just focus on that and it's not too blinding them. But let me know what your thoughts are. Does it look better? Should I stop doing it? Should I fix it? Is there anything wrong with it? It seems okay. Just let me know how you think, what you think. I can't speak. Thanks for watching. Cheers.